Do you think Owens would be a good fit for the Patriots, hypothetically speaking?
Absolutely, positively, without question.
Okay.
This is one of the greatest receivers in NFL history who, even at 39 years of age, has proven to be an absolute physical freak of nature. He can run routes. He's playing with an elite quarterback. He has a high football IQ. And more importantly, he's desperate to get back in the NFL and prove that he can do this for a multitude of reasons, obviously. But when you talk about the New England Patriots, this is as stable an organization as it gets. You know who the boss is. You know you have a Hall of Fame head coach. You know you have an elite Hall of Fame quarterback who Skip Bayless considers the second coming. He sprinkles on you and you too shall be healed. Okay? This is what it is. So the point that I'm trying to make to you is that even if you take all the negatives that are just so easily flows out of Skip's mouth, if there were ever a situation that were ideal for Terrell Owens, it would be playing for Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. He can do no harm to them, but he can help them, and they certainly can help him, okay? But he can't hurt them. It wouldn't be allowed. They wouldn't tolerate it for 2 seconds. There's no reason not to give this dude a chance, and I think that's the perfect situation for him.
I have one question for you. As the one man on this show who will support the New England Patriots, which isn't difficult for me because they are an AFC Championship game or Super Bowl waiting to happen. Stephen A. Smith, do you want my Patriots to fail next year? Is that what you're just trying to wish T.O. on me so that we'll struggle early in the year, we'll have a hard time? Come on.
You really believe that, Skip?
Yes.
You really believe that they would fail because they have T.O., even after you've spoken to him, even after all that he's been through? You really think he would fail? He would make them fail?
Thank you for bringing that up. I did enjoy our discussion with Terrell Owens, who did come sit right here at our debate desk, what was it, 3 months ago? And I was very impressed by the class with which he handled himself and his continued maturity. But Stephen A., nobody outruns Father Time, as you well know. Next year, he would play at the end of the year at age 40. He would turn 40 years of age. At some point, it's just not going to quite be there. Has he lost a half step? Yes. And what happened when he went up to Seattle and we thought Pete Carroll said, thank you, God, for Terrell Owens. I'll take him. And reportedly, there were few little issues in practice where he was a little out of line or being T.O. And then what happened when the exhibition started, he had a couple of key drops, even though his last pass that he caught over the shoulder was a thing of beauty, T.O. classic special. But my point is, the second to the last cut last year, Pete Carroll said, I've seen enough. And that was significant to me. That was telling that Pete Carroll, who so embraced him, dumped him not on the last cut, but the second to the final cut. That didn't disturb you?
But Stephen A., listen, let me ask you a question. Stephen A., if he turns 40, which is in December, he'll be 40, he will join the likes of Jerry Rice and Bobby Marshall. So you're saying you still believe he can do that. He can still play to that level at the age of 40.
Not only do I believe he can play, it's low risk, high reward. The fact of the matter is that because of all that T.O. has endured, because of all the things that he's put himself through, he's in a situation where the question is he worth taking a chance on? Look at the receivers in the NFL. Why wouldn't he be? The fact is that when you look at Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks, you're Pete Carroll. Yes, maybe T.O., was T.O. to some degree. But maybe it's because he was playing alongside a rookie and was saying, all right, he's got some developing to do, and that's not an ideal situation to place a veteran running on his last legs, desperate to prove he still belongs. That's not the ideal situation to bring him in. That doesn't exist in New England.
Okay,
Tom Brady is no rookie.
Stephen A., what happened the last time Bill Belichick took a shot on a diva wide receiver? I'm talking about T.O.'s BFF, our friend Chad Johnson. What happened?
But you and I both but you and I both know Chad Ochocinco does not compare to T.O. when it comes to route running, when it comes to football IQ. I'm not insulting
that
Chad Ochocinco by any stretch of the imagination.
I would agree.
But we all know that he's a freelancer. T.O. can go either way. T.O.'s football IQ is significantly higher than Chad Ochocinco, according to the NFL experts that I've been listening to
according
for years.
to me, I'll tell you, because I spent a lot of time around T.O., and I've told you as I told him, the great Bill Walsh, the late great Bill Walsh, once told me never has he had a receiver at the chalkboard any sharper than Terrell Owens was, that he could diagram with any of the quarterbacks that Walsh had with the 49ers. So I give him highest marks there. So I'm with you there. But just because Chad was a failed experiment probably doesn't bode well for T.O. going to New England. And can we be honest about this? Brady lives in L.A. in the offseason. Matt Castle lives in L.A. So the two of them get together at USC because Castle played at USC, and they open up the practice field, and they go out and say, hey, we got to get somebody to catch our throws here. So hey, Terrell, you want to come? You want to come? They're just having fun out there. They're just staying in shape. I'm not going to read any significance into this Tom Brady's trying to prep T.O. for the Patriots.
Well, the significance that I would read into it is if you're the New England Patriots and you're not primarily you're not trying to rely on a running game. Yeah. You've got Hernandez, you've got Gronkowski, now you've got Amendola.
Do you?
Excuse me, if all of a sudden, if I'm Tom Brady and I'm working out with T.O., and I think that this dude can help us. Not that Tom Brady's going to make the decision because he's proven to us that he leaves that up to the Patriots organization. The fact is that I might mention it to Bill Belichick, and it might be worth a shot. What are we talking about here? It's not like T.O. can come in there demanding a $50 million contract. You're talking about giving a dude who's I'm talking about all-time great Hall of Fame numbers.
He used to be.
An opportunity to prove that he could still play on this level. And playing with Tom Brady, excuse me, where's the risk? Where's the risk?
Here's the
T.O.'s
risk.
not going to get Bill Belichick fired. He's not going to get Tom Brady benched.
Okay, you're going to laugh when I say this, but you realize, or you might not realize, the Patriots already ventured into free agency and signed Donald Jones from Buffalo. You can laugh if you will, but they have high regard for Donald Jones from Buffalo, whom they saw within the division twice a year. And they signed Michael Jenkins, and I told you, I like Michael Jenkins. I think he's still got a lot of football left in him, as you saw against your Packers in the final regular season game at the Metrodome.
If T.O. wasn't a headache, Skip, in your eye, would you be saying this?
If T.O. were 35, I would not be saying this. And I knew that he had, so to speak, grown up and was, as you say, desperate and on his best behavior. I'd say, okay, take a shot. At least bring him to camp and find out.
Skip.
Stephen A.
But it's the NFL. Why not take a shot, Skip? Why not take a shot?
Because he's going on 40 years of age? Do you
so
really
what?
think?
He comes to camp. You come to camp, Skip. He doesn't cut it. You cut him. What's the problem?
Well,
you're not asking him to come in and sign a guaranteed contract. You can cut him if he can't cut it.
You know
what's wrong with taking a look at him,
Our
Skip?
favorite word that we always throw out, distraction. You don't think that would be a distraction for the Patriots camp?
To the Patriots?
Yeah.
If it's a distraction to the Patriots camp, then Bill Belichick and Tom Brady are not what you've been saying they are. Because he should not be a distraction to the New England Patriots.